Om Shanti. Today is Tuesday, the 11th of February 2025. On this Tuesday morning, let us listen to the Sakar Murli from our beloved Bap Dada. Bap Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, God is teaching you. You have the jewels of this knowledge. You have to do business with these jewels. You study this knowledge, not devotion here. So let's hear the essence once again on this Tuesday morning. Baba says, sweet children, God is teaching you. You have the jewels of this knowledge. You have to do business with these jewels. You study this knowledge, not devotion here. Today's question: which wonderful aspect that is fixed in the drama do human beings believe to be a divine act of God and praise Him for that? In answer, Baba says, when they have a vision of the one they have faith in, they believe that God gave them that vision. However, everything happens according to the drama. On the one hand, they praise God, and on the other hand, they say that He is omnipresent and thereby defame Him. Om Shanti. God speaks. It has been explained to you, children, that neither human beings nor deities can be God. They chant salutations to the deity Brahma, salutations to the deity Vishnu, and salutations to the deity Shankar. Then they say salutations to Shiva, the Supreme Soul. You know that Shiva does not have a body of his own. Shiv Baba and the Saligrams live in the incorporeal world. You children also know that the Father is teaching us souls. No other gatherings are in fact the company that is sung of the truth, that is Sat. That means no other gatherings are in fact Satsang or the company of the truth. Here we are in the company of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. The Father says, they are the company of Maya. No one there would understand that God is teaching them. Even when they listen to the Gita, they consider it to be the God, Sri Krishna, speaking. Even in Sunday's Murli, Baba was telling us that at times our own features and instruments, that is our ears, nose, mouth and our feet, take us to different and wrong places if we do not control them. So Baba had taught us about the controlling and the ruling power. So when he had said that you go and listen to even the wrong versions of the Gita, here Baba says even when they listen to the Gita, they consider it to be God Sri Krishna speaking. Day by day, the study of the Gita continues to decrease because they don't even know their own religion. Everyone loves Sri Krishna. It is Sri Krishna whom they rock in a cradle. You now understand who it is you rock in a cradle. So Baba says you now understand who it is that you rock in a cradle. A baby can be rocked, but the father cannot be rocked. Would you rock Shiv Baba? Baba asks us, would you rock Shiv Baba? He doesn't become a child. He does not come into rebirth. He is a point. How would you rock him? Many have visions of Sri Krishna. The whole world is shown in the mouth of Sri Krishna because he becomes the master of the world. Therefore, Baba says the whole world is shown in the mouth of Sri Krishna because he becomes the master of the world. Butter symbolizes the world. Those who fight among themselves also fight for the butter in the form of the world. They think that they will gain victory. A ball of butter is shown in Sri Krishna's mouth. They have various visions, but they don't understand the meaning of them at all. Here, the meanings of the visions are explained to you. Human beings think that God gave them a vision. So, Baba is highlighting the difference between devotion and knowledge here. Baba says they have various visions, meaning on Bhakti Marg they have various visions, but they don't understand the meaning of them at all. Here, the meanings of the visions are explained to you. That is why this is knowledge. Human beings think that God gave them a vision. The Father explains, whomsoever they remember, for instance, if they do intense worship of Sri Krishna, then their desires are temporarily fulfilled. That is also fixed in the drama. It would not be said that God granted the vision. With whatever faith a person worships someone intensely, so he has a vision of that one. That is fixed in the drama. Let's hear that again. Baba says, with whatever faith a person worships someone intensely, so he has a vision of that one. That is fixed in the drama. The praise of God is that He grants visions. On the one hand, there is such great praise, and on the other hand, they say that God is in pebbles and stones. So, how do we defame God? On the one hand, the praise of God is that He grants visions, and on the other hand, there is such Baba says, on the one hand, there is such great praise, and on the other hand, they say that God is in pebbles and stones. So, Baba says they carry out devotion with such blind faith. They think, that's it. I have had a vision of Sri Krishna. I will definitely go to the land of Sri Krishna. However, from where did the land of Sri Krishna come? The Father now explains all of these secrets to you children. The land of Sri Krishna is now being established. This is the land of Kans, that is the demon or Krishna's maternal uncle. Kansa, Akasur, Bakasur, Kumbhakarna and Ravan are all names of demons. They have written such things in the scriptures. It also has to be explained that there are two types of guru. Who are they? One type of guru belongs to the path of devotion and he teaches only devotion. This father, however, is the ocean of knowledge. He is called the Satguru. So, Baba says there are two types of gurus. One is a guru and the other is a Satguru. The guru teaches only devotion, but Baba says this father, however, is the ocean of knowledge. He is called the Satguru. He never teaches devotion. He only teaches this knowledge. Human beings become so happy while performing devotion. They play tambourines. You can see how they have built so many temples to the deities in Banaras. They are all shopping stalls. It is the business of devotion. So, what is Baba saying about the temples built during devotion? Baba says they have built so many temples to the deities in Banaras. They are all shopping stalls. It is the business of devotion. The business of you children is the jewels of knowledge. This too is called a business. The father is also the jewel merchant. So in Lokik also Brahma Baba was a jewel merchant and now Shiv Baba is the merchant of knowledge. You understand what these jewels are. Only those who understood this a cycle ago will understand this now. Others will not understand this at all. All the important people will come and understand at the end. So, Baba says all the important people will come and understand at the end. They too have been converted. People narrate a story about King Janak. Janak then became Anu Janak, that is, he received liberation in life in a second. If someone's name is Sri Krishna, you would say you will become Anu, that is the first one. Divine Sri Krishna. Look where the all virtuous, complete Sri Krishna is. And look where this one, Brahma, is. Someone's name is Lakshmi, and she goes in front of the idols of Lakshmi and Narayan and sings their praise. But she doesn't understand why there is a difference between her and them. So, what is Baba saying? On the path of devotion, Baba says someone's name is Lakshmi, and she goes in front of the idols of Lakshmi and Narayan and sings their praise. But she doesn't understand why there is a difference between her and them. You children have now received the knowledge of how this world cycle turns. You will definitely take 84 births. This world cycle has continued to turn innumerable times. It can never stop. You are actors in this play. Human beings definitely do understand that they have come to play their parts in this play, but they do not know the beginning, middle and end of this drama. You children know that the place of residence of us souls is far beyond everything. So what do we know? We children know that the place of residence of us souls is far beyond everything. There, the light of the sun and the moon doesn't even exist. The children who understand all of this are usually ordinary and poor. So Baba says this knowledge sits easily in the minds of those children who are usually ordinary and poor. This is because Bharat was the wealthiest of all, and it is Bharat that has become the poorest of all. The whole play is about Bharat. There is no other land as pure as Bharat was. In the pure world, there is only the pure land. No other land exists there. Baba has explained that this whole world is an unlimited island, just as Lanka is an island. The beauty of this knowledge is Baba always gives Lokik examples to compare with this Alokik knowledge. So now Baba has said that this whole world is an unlimited island, just as Lanka is an island. They say that Ravan lived in Lanka, that is Sri Lanka. You now understand that, in fact, the kingdom of Ravan is over the whole of this unlimited island. This whole world is resting on the ocean. It is an island. Ravan rules over it. All of these Sitas are in Ravan's jail. They have made up limited stories. All of these aspects are of the unlimited. It is an unlimited drama. Within this drama, they sat and created small plays. Those films have been created now, so it is easy for the father to explain. So, what did Baba explain? Baba says you now understand that in fact the kingdom of Ravan is over the whole of this unlimited island. This whole world is resting on the ocean. It is an island. We must remember that 3/4 of this world is water. So naturally the land is resting on the 3/4 of the water. So this whole world is resting on the ocean. It is an island. Ravan rules over it. All of these Sitas are in Ravan's jail. They have made up limited stories. All of these aspects are of the unlimited. It is an unlimited drama. Within this drama, they sat and created small plays. Those films have been created now, so it is easy. Baba says, so it is also easy for the father to explain. The whole unlimited drama is in the intellects of you children. The incorporeal world and the subtle region cannot be in the intellect of anyone. So Baba says the incorporeal world and the subtle region cannot be in the intellect of anyone. You know that we souls are the residents of the incorporeal world. Those deities are the residents of the subtle region. They are also called angels. There, no cages, that is bodies of flesh and bone, exist. So Baba calls the bodies of flesh and bone as cages. The part of the subtle region is for a short time. You now continue to go and come back from the subtle region. Then you will never go there again. So once we finish the entire cycle of 84 births, then we do not go back to the subtle region, but then we go into the incorporeal world. So Baba says, you now continue to go and come back to the subtle region, that is during the part of 84 births, and then you will never go there again. Baba says when you souls come down from the original home, you don't come via the subtle region. You come directly. You now go back via the subtle region. The subtle region has a part now. All of these secrets are explained to you children. The father knows that he is explaining to souls. None of the sages or sannyasis etc. knows any of these things. They can never speak of these things. The father speaks to you children. Without organs, he would not be able to talk. He says, I take the support of this body and teach you children. The vision of you souls also goes to the father. All of these aspects are new. He is the incorporeal father. His name is Shiv Baba. The name of you souls is soul anyway. The names of your bodies change. Human beings say that the Supreme Soul is beyond name and form, but they still say that his name is Shiva. They also worship him. They understand one thing but do something else. you have now also understood the name, form, country, and time of the Father. So, what all have we understood? We have understood the name, that is Shiva, the form, that is his point, the country, that is Bharat, and the time of the Father, that is, he comes down in the confluence age at the end of the cycle of 5000 years. You know that nothing can exist without a name or form. This too is a very subtle aspect that has to be understood. The Father explains, liberation in life in a second has been remembered. It means that an ordinary human being can become Narayan. Although we have become the children of Heavenly God, the Father, we would still be considered to be the masters of heaven. What is Baba saying? Although we have become the children of Heavenly God, the Father, we would still be considered to be the masters of heaven. However, they don't even understand this. The Father says, children, your aim and objective is to become like Narayan from humans. This is Raj Yoga. So what is Baba saying and what is our aim and objective? Baba says, children, your aim and objective is to become like Narayan from humans. This is Raj Yoga. Many of you have a vision of the four-armed image, that is of Vishnu. This proves that they will become the masters of the land of Vishnu. You know that in heaven too, behind the throne of Lakshmi and Narayan, they see the symbol of Vishnu. It means that their reign is in the land of Vishnu. So, in heaven also, once we become Lakshmi and Narayan, behind the throne they see the symbol of Vishnu. Baba says it means that their reign is in the land of Vishnu. That Lakshmi and Narayan are the masters of the land of Vishnu. That is the land of Sri Krishna. This is the land of Kans. These names have been given according to the drama. The Father explains, my form is very subtle. No one can know it. They say that a soul is a star, but they then create a lingam. Otherwise, how could they perform worship? So, Baba say that people understand that a soul is a star, but they then create a lingam. Otherwise, how could they perform worship? When they create a Rudra sacrificial fire, they make saligrams shaped like a thumb. That is the symbol of a soul. On the other hand, they say that it is a wonderful star. So, there is always a dichotomy. They make every effort to see a soul, but no one can see one. They also speak about Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, who said, I saw that soul emerge from him, that is from Ramakrishna, and merge into myself. So, this is a quote, very famous quote of Swami Vivekananda. Now, Baba says, of whom would he, Vivekananda, have had a vision? The form of souls and the Supreme Soul is one and the same. A point of light was seen. They don't understand anything. No one wants to have a vision of a soul. They want to have a vision of God. That he, Baba says, that is Vivekananda, was sitting with the desire of having a vision of God through the Guru. He just said, it was a light. It merged into me. He became happy with just that. He thought that that was the form of the Supreme Soul. Pure feelings are kept by them for their Guru in order to receive a vision of God. So what is Baba saying? Pure feelings are kept by them, meaning devotees, for their Guru in order to receive a vision of God. They don't understand anything. But who could explain on the path of devotion? The Father now sits here and explains, in whatever variety of form, to whatever extent you maintain pure feelings for that one, whatever image you look at, that is the vision you would have. So what does Baba explain now? The Father now sits here and explains, in whatever variety of form, to whatever extent you maintain pure feelings for that one, whatever image you look at, that is the vision you would have. For example, Baba says, if someone worships Ganesh a great deal, he would see a vision of him in the living form. Otherwise, how would his faith be confirmed? So, Baba says, Baba asks the question, how would his faith be confirmed? When they see a form of bright light, they think that they are having a vision of God. They just become happy with that. All of that belongs to the path of devotion, the descending stage. The first birth is good, and then it continues to decrease until it reaches the end. Only you children can understand these things. Baba says only you children understand these things. This knowledge is now being explained to the same ones who had this knowledge explained to them a cycle ago. Only those of a cycle ago will come. The religions of the rest are totally separate. The father explains, right, God speaks on each and every picture. Therefore, Baba says, right, God speaks on each and every picture. You need to explain with great wisdom. Therefore, Baba has asked us to explain with great wisdom. And he says, right, God speaks on each and every picture. God asks, where are the Yadavas, the Pandavas and the Kauravas doing? What are the Yadavas, the Pandavas and Kauravas doing? This is their picture. Say to them, tell us, do you know the Father? If you don't know him, it means that you have no love for the Father, which would mean that you are the ones whose intellects have no love. If they have no love for the Father, they will be destroyed. A loving intellect is victorious. The truth wins. The meaning is accurate. If you have no remembrance of the Father, you cannot gain victory. Now tell them and prove to them that the Gita was spoken by God Shiva. Only he taught Raj Yoga through Brahma. Here, that is in India, they consider it to be God Sri Krishna's Gita and take the oath on that. Ask them, should you consider Sri Krishna or God to be present here? They say, that is, the witnesses taking the oath, they say, I consider God to be omnipresent and I shall speak the truth. There is confusion, is there not? So, Baba asks, if God is omnipresent and he is present at that point right there, Baba asks, should you consider Sri Krishna or God to be present here? So, there is confusion, is there not? The oath becomes false. The children who do service should have incognito intoxication. So, Baba says the children who do service should have incognito intoxication. When you explain with intoxication, there will be success. Your study is incognito. The one who teaches is also incognito. You know that we will go to a new world and become those. That new world is established after the Mahabharat war. You children have now received this knowledge. It is imbibed number-wise. You also have Yog number-wise. Baba says each of you should check yourself. How much do I stay in remembrance? The father says the result of these efforts that you make now will last for 21 births. So the results of the efforts that we make now will last for 21 births. If you fail now, you will continue to fail for cycle after cycle. You will not be able to attain a high status. So let us be very careful. Reading the line once again, which Baba says, if you fail now, you will continue to fail for cycle after cycle. You will not be able to attain a high status. You should endeavor to claim a high status. Some go to a center, but also continue to indulge in vice. Such souls continue to go to a center. They believe that God sees everything and that He knows anyway. Now, why would the Father bother to sit and watch that? If you lie and carry out vicious acts, you bring about a loss for yourselves. So, Baba clearly says, if you lie and carry out vicious acts, you bring about a loss for yourselves. You also understand that if you dirty your face, you cannot claim a high status. So, we can deceive everyone but not our own conscience. Therefore, Baba says, you also understand that if you dirty your face, you can't claim a high status. Whether the Father knows it or not, it is the same thing. Why should He be concerned? Your conscience should bite you. By performing such acts, I will attain degradation. Why should Baba tell you? Yes, if it is in the drama, He also tells you. So, drama is bigger than Baba. Baba says to hide it from Baba means to destroy the truth in oneself. Let's hear it again. Baba says to hide it from Baba means to destroy the truth in oneself. In order to become pure, you have to remember the Father. Just be concerned about studying well and attaining a high status. Don't be concerned about whether someone lives or dies. Only be concerned about how to attain the inheritance from the Father. Therefore, you have to explain to anyone in brief. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you spiritual children, and we the spiritual children also say namaste to our spiritual father. Today's essence for dharana has 2 points. The first point, remain in incognito intoxication and do service. Don't carry out any act that would make your conscience bite you. Check yourself. How long do I stay in remembrance? Second point, be constantly concerned about studying well and attaining a high status. Baba says do not cause a loss for yourself by lying or performing any vicious act. Today's blessing, may you be constantly, Baba says, may you constantly be an embodiment of happiness and remain beyond all sorrow with the great mantra of Man Manabhav. Let's hear that again. Today's blessing, may you constantly be an embodiment of happiness and remain beyond all sorrow with the great mantra of Man Manabhav. Baba explains, when any type of sorrow comes, use the great mantra that makes all sorrow run away. Do not let yourself experience the slightest sorrow even in your dreams. Baba says, even if your body becomes ill or there is some fluctuation in money, no matter what happens, do not let any waves of sorrow enter you. So, Baba always gives a Lokik example for the Alokik study. So, Baba says even if your body becomes ill or if there is some fluctuation in money, no matter what happens, do not let any waves of sorrow enter you. Waves come and go in an ocean, but those who know how to surf in these waves experience happiness in that. They jump and go through the waves as though they are playing a game. So, as you are the children of the ocean, embodiments of happiness, do not allow waves of sorrow to come. Finally, the slogan for today, put the speciality of determination into every thought in a practical way and revelation will then take place. Slogan once again, put the speciality of determination into every thought in a practical way and revelation will then take place. Om Shanti. In the Avyakt Ishara for today, have love for solitude and imbibe unity and concentration. Baba explains, in self-progress and progress in service, one says something and the other accepts by saying Hanji. Continue to increase unity and determination in this way. Just as a gathering of dadis is strong in their unity and determination, so a gathering of old serviceable jewels should be strong in the same way. There is a great need of this. Om Shanti.